Well, we're getting commercials, so let's get past those first. So you may just have to capture the screen itself and not the yes.
I'm here too. This doesn't look like mist. Oh, you harlotous monster! You lied to me. Oh, we have to put the grease on the gears in the game.
There we are. Aw, yeah. Bully Snake says, time to bonk all the heads and steal all the things.
Oh shit! Idos, God, this is nostalgia, man.
This was a time.
Idos, that was, I guess, the publisher for Final Fantasy VII on the PC back in the day.
Yeah, they handled a lot of port publishing.
All right, I see it on the stream now. Oh, Thief Gold, huh? I've heard tales. You know.
Also, hi Zerg and hi Silicon Soul.
I didn't know Tool worked in the video game industry.
Sometimes these do need a sound effect. Audio balancing seems good on this end. Wait, say something again, Chief. Okay, you're getting drowned out by the music. Like, we're all loud enough. Oh, it almost sounds like your microphone's not even picking you up. 1 second. Do that again. Nope, no mic from you.
Yeah, I don't hear you at all. You know, Storm Song, if you think about it, this is a weird way about how our past memories harm us in the future.
Uh, Clarify.
Well, we're trying to enjoy our past
Yeah.
memories, but we can't because future technology is like adverse to it and causing us like mental anguish.
All right, check mic 1, 2.
Check.
I
There
think.
you are.
Yep. It was. I had updated some audio drivers, so I had
Hey.
to reset everything. We're turning
Yep.
the volume down a little bit on here, just a little bit. I should have everything set up. So we're gonna start normal.
So is this a roguelite?
No,
Like, or
not
the
at all.
original? Not at all. Okay, you know, I just thought of what I just said. I'm an idiot.
It's okay. We still love you.
Also,
yeah.
is this like set in a fantasy universe?
Yes. It's
So is
set.
there magic and such?
I'm not sure. It's
I
like
said that
kind
'cause
of.
it showed. I
Yeah.
said that because it showed like the demon and all that, like magic scrolls and such. I was wondering because
Right.
at first I thought it was like industrial age maybe.
It's a mix. It's its own setting.
That's kind of a insert type of punk here. Steampunk or diesel punk or punk or
Steam or Steam Diesel. Just remove the punk.
Okay. Let me ask you this:
Yes.
How similar to it is it to? Oh shit.
We're gonna
Dishonored.
start training. Dishonored Wishes. It was this.
Okay. The essence of balance is detachment. To embrace the cause, to grow fond of the spiritual,
Spite
is to meet after which no act can be trusted. Our burden is not. Sorry.
I was a kid. No
this kind of reminded me
parents, no
of
home,
the. I mean, this was
running
from the
messages
same
and
era
picking
as
pockets to
Morrowind,
keep my
roughly.
ribs from meeting
Yeah,
my spine.
Maybe a little before
One night I
Morrowind,
saw
and
a
it was
man.
that
Folks just
kind of
passed him
opening where
by
it's
like
like,
he wasn't there. I thought he must
is it a
have
proper
something
video game if you
valuable,
don't
so
have
I
somebody
snuck
wax
up on
poetic
it and
about
made a
something
grab.
philosophical?
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man.
To see a keeper is not an easy thing.
Blade Snake
Especially
says
one who
Druid
does not
versus early
wish to be
steampunk versus
seen.
demons and shit.
We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone.
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
So yeah, Boy Snake's right. It's a very particular universe that I think has an interesting look and vibe and feel. And we are going to just be going through the tutorial real quick so I can get my bearings before we hop into a mission.
Welcome.
I-
Garrett.
Oh,
In the nearby
this
rooms,
doesn't
I will
look bad. Did you
Yes,
mod this?
Yes, I did. This is using. I gotta turn down my mouse sensitivity significantly.
instruct you in the various skills you will need to
I
survive.
have an HD
Please stay
texture
in the
pack.
entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
Let me see.
Welcome to the Thieves Guild,
I mean, kind of, yeah. Video.
Ashlander.
Can I change my FOV?
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
Remember to steal everything not nailed down. If it's nailed down, steal the nails.
Exactly. But yeah, so this game came out, I want to say late 90s, the original Thief 1. And it still has, like, full light and shadow and sound stealth systems.
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue.
What I understand, it was sort of the originator of that entire thing.
Light out, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them. Good. Proceed
No need to
down
get
this
excited,
corridor
Stormsong.
for your next test.
You're being mean.
Now
Wilf
you
says,
must
I think it was
learn to move
98. It was the
quietly.
first game
Some
with
surfaces allow you
dynamic
to move
lighting.
walk up. Moving
Dynamic-
quickly
God,
makes more
dynamic
noise
lighting
than
when it
moving
came out.
slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
I wonder when was the time in like video game innovation where I just didn't care anymore. It's like remember the first game you played where they actually had reflections and mirrors and stuff?
I
Very
vaguely remember,
I
yes.
did not hear you
It
traverse
had to
the
be
room.
something 2005 or 6,
Beyond
something
this
like
door
that.
is a hallway that will lead you to your next task.
I think one of the first times it was like when they were talking about how they were making it where skin
Now get your weapons.
light went
To pick
slightly
up
through
objects,
skin, so
select
it had
them by
that hue
centering them
effect,
on
and I was like,
screen
"This is
until they
going
light
too
up.
far."
Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword, and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free. Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice. Ready your bow. Knock an arrow and draw back the string by holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power.
God.
Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets. Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword.
There's something beautiful about an
Swing at the
engine that
target with the
does
attack button. A quick tap
bow
will
and
give you
arrow
a slash.
combat well.
Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target
Yep.
for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing.
So yeah,
on the
this
practice
has
dummy.
directional
Good
sword
job.
swings
You're
with
ready
your
for a live
mouse.
opponent. To practice against your partner, enter the cobbled
The only other
sparring
game I
area.
think of that tried that was Skyrim, I think. I could be wrong.
Skyrim, Mountain Blade, and Kingdom Come.
Yep.
Yeah, Kingdom Come definitely tried it. And I particularly found it annoying, but I would not say that it's not a bad it's not a bad system. It's just I think for a slow guy like me.
I could see it being like irritating in a certain regard.
Well done. Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area. That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table. Would you
This has
care for
almost
some
reminded
refreshment
me of
before we move
games
on, young Garrett? Please pick up
From
all
the
of the
era
items
of
on
like
this
Nomad
table.
Soul. and
Cycle
shit
through
like
your
that.
inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object
can
is
see it.
displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door.
The metal door.
The door is locked, but the key from the table will open it. To unlock the door, select the key in your inventory. Center the door on screen until it lights up. Then use the key on the door. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test.
Okay. This
Now you will
particular
learn new
foot-
movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it.
Oh god,
Move
I'm
while
starting
looking
to
up
feel
or
like
down to climb up
Tomb
or
Raider
down the
1
rope.
as well.
Turn to change your facing. If you
I mean,
jump
this
again,
was that
you will
era.
release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform.
But that particular like footstep, it always sounds like high heels to me.
Oh, come on, I can do this.
Super Chief, I didn't know you were a video game journalist.
Shut up, Andy.
Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other
Them's is
side of the
fighting words,
stream.
little boy.
Good jump. This obstacle is easy to climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall. Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job. I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your
keepers were
climbing and
training
jumping,
me to be
or
one of
swimming,
them.
ducking, leaning,
But
or
I
crawling.
found other uses
When you are
for those
finished,
skills.
you may return to your chambers by going through that red door. Farewell.
This game has some semblance of physics. I mean,
Yeah.
with like some objects and shit. 'Cause I saw you throw that potted plant underneath the table.
Yep. A little bit.
Hey, who dealt with smell it? Are these like monks of some kind?
Alright.
I have a simple job planned for this evening. Break into a guarded mansion, steal another fat nobleman's priceless trinket, and leave quietly. Lord Bafford is out of town, and rumor has it that the captain of his house guard went with him as a bodyguard. The time is ripe for a bit of burglary. The front gate of Lord Bafford's manor is always guarded, and the main street is far too exposed. But Cuddy tells me there's a better way in, around to the side, more out of the way. One guard, and likely no witnesses to complicate matters. The piece Cuddy wants is a scepter, silver, jewels, the usual adornments. It should command a high price. Bafford, like most of his kind, probably keeps his treasures on the top floor of the place, close to his heart, and far
That
from
looks like
his
something
servants.
else, guys.
Don't worry about it.
Rimward says that we're about to
No
see
point in waiting.
the chawl between Chief and
I
Andy
have
over
Cuddy's old
the
sketches of the place, and everyone
comment.
who's going to be asleep inside already is.
He asked
It's
if he
time to
will be
begin.
able to eat ice cream before it melts. Will Storm devour a plate of spicy nachos? Who knows? Also, hi, Wolf.
The only bachal I'll ever go into with Super Chief would be a crawdad eating bachal.
Oh, man.
And in all honesty, I don't care who wins. I just want crawdads, and I want to eat them with Super Chief.
It's good stuff.
Good stuff.
So,
So, what time were like? What was Super Chief like when he played this
A
game?
few too many to try to get by here.
What do you mean? I'm me.
What was going on? Were you in high school? In college?
A year ago.
Really?
Like a year or two ago, yeah.
Oh, I thought this was like a childhood memory game. I'm sorry.
Oh, hell no. It's just a really
Like a
good
teenage.
game.
Well, I've heard about it. I've sometimes seen people play it, and
It was one of my guitarist's favorites.
as someone who liked playing stealth games, because in a lot of like Bethesda games, I eventually went like sneak snipe. And
They
I
do
go ahead.
they do have a way of incentivizing that, even if on accident.
I did particularly enjoy the Siphon Filter franchise. I think that's what it was called. The one with the guy with like the three glowing lights on his goggles.
Yeah.
Hi, Pistol. 39 months.
Low Country Bachow, now available at Roche's Seafood Snack and Haberdashery, Van Zandt. I I betroth you to a waxed pig wrestling contest. Splinter Cell. Thank you, Dead Gods.
Splinter Cell was awesome.
Yes, it was. It was very good. Like,
Okay, Splinter's your cell.
Yes,
one
sir.
of my favorite moments was when a contingent of guards would be walking by and you're like hanging from a pipe and you would snap the neck of the last guard and they would never notice.
Oops.
Ugh, the ever dreaded fall damage.
Okay, we're gonna...
It was the first game I remember fall damage being a thing. I think it might have been Morrowind, maybe.
For me, yeah, that's one of the early ones I can think of.
I can't think of any like Nintendo or Super Nintendo or Sega game that had fall damage, you know?
Well, maybe not fall damage, but the idea of you could fall off a fatal cliff, like, but as a physics engine element or component, no. I don't know how many things had fall damage prior to that.
Yeah.
It's like the idea's been that. Oh, no, Ocarina of Time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so Zelda sort of got to that at some point.
I wonder if Zelda 2 had fall damage. I don't know. Most platformers I could think of didn't have fall damage because, you know, there was Mario, there was Sonic, and the one that most people won't remember, Vector Man.
I remember Vector Man. Shit was so
I-
fucking cool.
I want you to play on one of your streams, Vector Man. Like, maybe if you do it as like a break from one of your other streams, like I want you to do it, and I want you to say, Andy, this doesn't look like a Mega Man game. I'll be like, shut up and play it.
Okay, truth now, complete truth, right?
Okay?
I wanted so badly for it to be a Mega Man game that when we were kids and, you know, still doing kind of like pretending games, that I conceptualized him as a character in our like Mega Man canon.
If you think about it, he is kind of like Mega Man-esque. He's got his gun arm, but it's weird how he works because, like, it's mostly about his ability to transform. You know.
Yeah.
You know, now that I think about it, he does have the, you know, I'll take abilities from my enemies thing, but
Yeah.
wait, no, I think it was more like power-ups, if I remember. It's been so long. I have it on my Steam, and I don't think it's available anymore. I think they did something with the Sega Genesis library on Steam. I don't know. Also, sorry if we're interrupting anything, Super Chief.
Oh, it's alright. I am
Only one guard.
sneaky.
Still, it'd be nice to get the drop on him.
So in this game, is there any effect on the gameplay for like killing or sparing like guards or like killing people or something
I
like that?
don't remember. Um, might be just a score thing. I don't know, honestly.
Gotcha. I remember that was a weird thing in Dishonored. Like they had like what they called a chaos system or something. Like the more people you killed,
Yeah.
the worse off the world got or something.
Dishonored was an odd game.
It was, but it was an interesting world. I enjoyed watching Jesse Cox play through it. I enjoyed like the lore of it, like especially the whole whale concept thing.
Hey there, friend. What's with the crazy getup?
I wonder if I still have that obscure stealth game where you're a journalist and I think you're in Russia and basically it's the Simpsons meme where Russia decides, hey, we're the Soviet Union again, and you have to escape out. And I remember one of the things in the game is when you knock somebody out, you can move the body because I wasn't used to the whole idea of moving bodies.
Right.
Also, is that like a magic satellite dish?
Some kind of archaeotech type thing.
Okay, so there is magic in this world. That's weird.
It's odd. Like the setting is pretty cool because it's kind of unique. Where there's fantasy aspects and there's sci-fi aspects, but it's in this like 1800s kind of situation.
Yeah. And there's two games, right?
There's 3,
Oh.
and we ignore the 4th one.
Oh, it's one of the. Oh, yeah, you know, that's how it goes, isn't it?
Could you possibly be any more helpful?
Put an empty bottle of hooch in his hand.
It's all right.
I've been drinking on the job, or you know I got knocked out. Ah, likely story. You're fired.
All right, boys.
Whee! Hey, some coins down here. This makes me think of like Doom levels and such.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time my friend was showing me this game, it was usually in reference to after he saw Morrowind for the first time. He was like pretty sure that they, at least like design wise, were very based on each other, or some, or that Morrowind was very based on this design wise.
Could be.
So is this game older than Morrowind?
Yes.
Yeah, Morrowind. This is '98. Morrowind is 2003.
Ah. Wow, 2000, like...
I was in high school.
It's so weird, like... I think if I remember on a TV show, they're like, in the
Since I'm
year
here, I might as well pick up something for
2000,
myself.
in the year 2000.
Yep.
Because generally back in the day, the year 2000 was thought to be like futuristic flying cars, the Jetsons, and shit like that. Everybody's wearing leotards with those weird shoulder pad thingies.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if Star Trek had it down pat, we would have been in World War III by now, which kind of, but That's neither here nor there.
Hey,
Let's
you're right.
let's not talk. Oh,
Cough, cough.
And now that I say it out loud, I'm just like, hmm,
uh,
Hmm.
hmm, huh.
didn't they say that a certain country was gonna get independence, and they're like, no, don't talk about that.
Data, don't bring up facts. But Captain, Data, not now.
Shut up, Wesley.
Inside at last.
So when I was in a D&D game, and I was playing somebody that on the side would make a dwarf that would brew ale. And my research indicated that it generally took at least 2 months to brew like basic alcohol, like alcoholic ale or something like that.
I've been thinking. The Sir could really beef up security, so. What do you mean? What's wrong with us? Well, we're fine. But I've been thinking we should watch the outside. That's stupid.
Oh no.
Worry about there on the inside. No, then
Do you know what game this kind of reminds me of as well? Which is also another Bethesda game?
Hmm.
What?
Call of Cthulhu, Shadows of Innsmouth.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, there's
That
definitely some Eldritch shit in this series, if I'm correct.
Call of Cthulhu, Shadow of Innsmouth, and Vampire the Masquerade are the two games that I understand are just impossible to get working on modern systems. There's always something going wrong with them.
Bloodlines is not the easiest.
Was Bloodlines Bethesda too?
No. That was Troika.
Okay. The thing is I liked watching Let's Plays of Call of Cthulhu, Shadows over Innsmouth. Back in the day, Bethesda had a weird art style that made it look very, made it easily creepy, like...
Yeah.
I think that's why they were able to make Morrowind so alien looking,
Well, there's that, and then there's... Oh, I'm not going to speak as if I know for certain, but I think there's something to be said for, like, a lot of the original guys that were involved in, like, Morrowind and several of the other early games for them wouldn't be involved in later projects.
Oh, yeah. Like, the original crew that did the first two, like, primarily worked on Morrowind, and then, but a lot of them had left by then, and then after Morrowind, the original Bethesda crew was basically gone.
Yeah. I think the only remaining person, and I don't think he was even there from the first one. I think he came in, like, during Daggerfall, but I think Todd is the only remaining person from the original crew.
Yeah. Todd, yeah, he is. He, if I'm correct, he did some minor work on Daggerfall, and, like, I think Morrowind was the first one where he had significant...
Like, creative control?
Yeah, or at least impact. No. I don't know if he had control, I'm not too knowledgeable on that. But I do know that's the one where...
So I did a lot of the modding and such back then, and if you go through, like, the files of Morrowind, a lot of the cells were named, like, the rooms and buildings were named things like Todd Test 1.
Ah.
Like, back when he was actually still on the actual developing end of the project. But yeah, at some point he clearly kind of took on more like project lead role kind of stuff where he was less directly involved in the game making, and I think that's around the time of Oblivion. Because then by the time of Skyrim, he's basically an out-and-out, like, executive type.
Yeah, for sure. Must have been the wind.
Yeah. This is kind of a bit of a nostalgia for those games. I couldn't beat Tomb Raider. I think the furthest I got was Venice? Or was that in the second one? I think ultimately because I just wasn't used to 3D games yet. I was so used to just 2D platformers or
Where are you, you topper?
Where are you, you topper?
if you shoot him in the eye and you wait 20 minutes and he goes, "Oh, it must have been a rat."
Must have been the wind. But yeah, I'll find you. Yeah, but you will, lad.
I'll find you and put you on a pike.
Die, fetcher!
You suet.
You Inwa!
Oh, whoa, wait, whoa,
Wait,
oh,
wait,
hey,
wait.
oh, wait, oh.
One did not stop from wondering from time to time if that was what they meant, though none would dare to admit that was what they thought.
You're coming with me.
You're gonna be my new best friend.
Ooh, I got a flash bomb. Let's see what I'm
You're
at.
being as stealthily and as quiet as you can. You take a bite out of the apple, and just every guard in the place is like, "What?"
Yeah, like, ah! Ring! Ah, yes. The worst place to ever be in a mission. The stairwell. Can't clear a stairwell. Can't hide in a stairwell.
Dreadfully inconvenient, that.
Always bloody difficult.
Mario 64 blew a lot of our tiny minds. It was, as Dan Avedon said, it's like, "Oh, the future has come,
Yep.
and it is good."
Damn
Seems
it,
like
Brian, I know you love loopy reggae jams.
I feel like I hear like missiles falling.
No, it's some dude sleeping. Just whistling.
Oh, like
Or it's just fucking environmental noises to creep me out. That is also an option.
One, two, three, four. I declare a thief war.
when that door opened, made me think a guard was coming through. I actually got anxious. Boop. I bet you can't put that lantern out, can you?
No, I can't. He's coming this way. Might have
They've
made
updated
it.
their cameras, so it's immune to flak, and you can't shoot them out. You'll have to be careful with this one, Snake.
Colonel, I need my binky.
Colonel. Colonel, I need you to tell me a bedtime story. I can't sleep.
Colonel, there's this weird scarecrow. He keeps doing voices for me.
Cares. Metal Gear. You know, I was trying to figure out how Metal Gear would fit in the BattleTech universe. I thought Metal Gear would be like a light mech, but apparently it's about as tall as an Atlas.
Yeah, the mechs in BattleTech are actually fairly down to earth in their scale.
They're a lot smaller than you think they are.
Yeah, and like latter period Gundams are typically gigantic by comparison.
To a comedic degree. Sometimes.
Well, some of them were called like mobile fortresses, right?
Well, there is Mobile Fortress.
Yeah.
Give me the plate. Give me the plate.
Level 1 in an Elder Scrolls game. Everything.
Yeah.
It's like that census house in Morrowind when you get off the boat.
Yeah.
Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
That is the atrium. That is the... Yep, that's the interior courtyard. We are not going there.
Did you ever feel like you were catfished when you left that building and most of the voice acting stopped?
No, because it was kind of intriguing to have voice acting in a game in the first place at that point. Like, it
Yeah.
wasn't unheard of, but yeah, it did always strike me weird that main characters got voice acting in that game, like Vivek and Dagother. But then, like, even other main characters like Caius Cosades don't end up getting voice acting.
Well, I gotta remember that, like, information crunch would have been a nightmare.
Oh, yeah, like, one of my favorite ones to even bring up is, Super Metroid.
The last Metroid is in captivity.
Is in captivity, yep. There was not a insignificant amount of data taken up just by that voice line.
Yep. It's expensive. In terms of data management to have voice acting. Audio files are big.
What was the first game that had like an ass load of like voice acting? And I think it was like Final Fantasy X.
It wouldn't have been the first game, but it was definitely one of the first ones to have that much.
Halo 1.
Yeah, Halo had
voice
acting.
Everything in Halo was voice acting. You know, Call of Duty, all the old first-person shooters are all.
I mean, technically, the first voice-acted game is Dragon's Lair.
Oh, yes.
There's one that's older. I'm trying to remember its name, but it's like
Species. No. Oh, TK.
There's like a 1980s game where it was something about like saying "help me." Was like it had the word "help me" somewhere in the voice synthesis. But it wasn't full-fledged voice acting. Hey TK. Hey Hidden Boss. Let's see.
Probably sounded more like
Oh, you know what? We have Google for this.
Well, there's having a decent amount of voice acting. There's like, oh, geez, there's a lot of voice act. Like, golly.
Yep. But yeah, it wouldn't be till CD-ROMs. Okay, according to this, oh yeah, Stratovox. That was the name of the game. But Day of the Tentacle by LucasArts was considered to be one of the first games to incorporate like large-scale voice acting.
True.
Yes, point-and-click adventure. Can't forget
Would you
about
do me a favor since you're looking it up, Storm?
Yeah.
Would you look when Day of the Tentacle came out and when The Dig came out by LucasArts? Because The Dig had a lot of voice acting too.
Day of the Tentacles, 1993. And Dig, 1995.
Ah, okay.
And oh yeah, the Tex Murphy games, all those are full FMV.
Yeah.
So that would
I
technically count.
remember. I remember when the MMO Old Republic game came out,
I'll be right back.
and we found out how much data was in voice acting, and we were like, "Holy shit!"
Oh, yeah. A little bit terrifying for them's what not familiar.
Now we don't think about it.
It is but a factor.
Ah, the wonders of new things like that popping up with new technologies, and we're like, "Oh." And now, as we're older, sometimes we think, "I wish they'd, step things back a bit." Oh. I don't need 3G XT9 double hertz light refracting in my video games. Oh. Now that I think about it, Metal Gear probably had an astonishing amount of voice acting in it.
Yeah. Well, and, let's not forget that, like, a lot of the early voice acting is also going to be very, well, it's going to be like what Morrowind and Oblivion had going, where you have, like, 10 voice actors for the entire game because of the sheer number of people you're dealing in.
Oh, I think I remember one of my first like, wow, this has a lot of voice acting in it was actually Brave Fencer Musashi. And yes, I know I keep talking about that game. I'm sorry.
Oh, yes, it's almost like you have a passion for something.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Super Chief, you okay?
Freshmans, we are back.
Oh.
Oh, Musashi, come here.
we were talking about a game just a moment ago that you were saying you wanted me to play on stream at some point, and I'm trying to remember what it is now.
Necroman.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I mean, I'd love to watch either Rail or you play Brave Fencer Musashi, but unfortunately, we'd have to we couldn't do it without an emulation unless one of us puts down money to get like a PS2 or PS1 and the Musashi CD, which I was on my way of doing. I was actually trying to look for and buy some of my favorite PS1 and 2 games. Like I found Jade Cocoon 2, but I'd love to get a copy of Jade Cocoon 1 and of course Brave Fencer Musashi.
Hmm. I mean, I have a working PS1 and a working PS2.
Yeah, I think I do too, but I'm kind of not sure anymore. I haven't plugged it in, and I heard that you could break your TVs by like plugging them into old systems because the ratio like fucks it up.
Like there were some early widescreen TVs that had some trouble with that, but that hasn't been like a problem in some time.
Good, good. Actually, I wanted to play Legend of Dragoon, but that kind of died. There was a whole bunch of messes up. Nobody came to the stream, and then my uncle called and he wanted to talk to me for 2 hours, and it was like really important.
Well, I mean, but
Just
we could play it again sometime.
oh yeah,
Give it another good go about it.
it is another JRPG though. So
Oh, God forbid.
well, I
Anyways,
mean, it wouldn't be like I would be afraid it'd be like episode 137. How many episodes of 7 did we do?
We got to episode 30 something before the end.
Ah, okay.
So I mean, it was a full length series.
Yeah.
We certainly everybody to the limit.
Actually, now that I think about it, your schedule's going to be busy because as soon as you're done with Knights of the Old Republic, old boy FFT is coming out. Oh,
Well, Final Fantasy
Yep, no,
Tacticos.
Tactics is going to be my planned next big thing of thingness.
oh God. Oh, and I think they're gonna. Do you think they're gonna add like full voice acting in that one?
Yes, they are. They've already confirmed it.
Oh my God.
It's one of the selling points of the trailer.
Okay, that reminds me. Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm crazy and I must have imagined this. But when Delita is kidnapping the princess, did he flip Ramza off or something? I remember seeing Delita flipping somebody off. I swear.
There's no point in the video game where Delita flips anyone off. I do recall seeing art to that effect.
Like maybe somebody sprite hacked the game and like did it and I
Oh yeah,
saw it, but
like I've seen stuff like that.
I swear I saw it like before, YouTube was big enough to where stuff like that would be like maybe I saw it on like a forum or something. I don't know. I remember seeing it and I'm just like scratching my hand. I'm like, why do I have this vivid memory of Delita flipping the bird off to Ramza when he kidnaps the princess? I'm like,
Well, like
it must have
people's
been a
memory
dream.
is it could be. People's memories are semi-malleable. Like
Yeah.
there is this quote that I mentally attributed to Tex from the what was it the his episodes on the God, what are they called? The Ameri Civil War. And I got back to the scene in question, having, not watched it in some time, and I realized that my brain had really blown up and, like, over extended the actual quote.
Ah.
And so, like, and I honestly liked my version better, but that's because my version was sort of playing to the inherent dramatic style of my own head. Um, but that's how that works. Like people remember things and maybe their brain like advances on it. Barjit. Kajita's coin if you have where.
Ah, Khajiit looks for skooma in rich man's house, yes.
Not so terribly far off.
Does catnip exist in the Elder Scrolls universe?
Yes, it's called skooma.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's
Well,
the inspiration. Well, okay, so it's a mix of the fact that they're cats and then like there was the sort of mysticization and like early European stuff about opium and hashish and other, assorted narcotics of the
yeah.
East.
I was gonna say was skooma more of a culture thing and not that Khajiit are more susceptible to it? Because like,
I mean, both. They establish in Morrowind that, like, it can be pretty ruinous even on the life of a Khajiit, who have a stronger tolerance for it. And in some ways, it's actually almost the more the dangerous, because then they're more likely to...
uh-oh.
I knew that was gonna happen, and I didn't. Damn it. Hi, Benny. Yeah. Benny!
Who's Benny?
It's the guard.
Oh, is that his name? Like that particular guard?
I believe that is a nickname given to him. Because
Ah,
all the guards have the same voice actor.
Benny. Conk. Can you drop him in a fireplace? Will he burn?
What a bummer.
So, are the keepers like thief monks?
I don't remember. There's people. I guarantee you. There's someone in here though, in this chat who knows the lore
Oh.
that will tell you, because I most definitely do not. I know about like the Hammerites a little bit, and I know that there's this the keepers.
Because my headcanon, like, automatic fill-in, like, imagination is like, I wonder if the keepers are like monks who practice like lockpicking and basically thief skills to steal like either forbidden knowledge or knowledge that's being held secret because people like
Greed and shit.
tyrannical forces are trying to hide knowledge from their people and they're trying to make sure it doesn't disappear and stuff.
Right. See, I don't know. I think we're gonna learn throughout this, I believe, a little bit. And look, Cookie is Garrett is ex-keepers. The keepers are more Illuminati than thieves. Okay.
Yeah, Ed Guest said that. They're more Illuminati than thieves. You got someone's piss jar. Congratulations.
You say that, and just based on an earlier element of the conversation, now I'm thinking of that really bad, like, parody game they did of Myst called Pissed.
That's funny.
That apparently had enough of a budget to get John Goodman in it.
Man.
I think John Goodman would be willing to play in a parody game.
Oh yeah, it's just one of those weird things of like, this actor who's kind of a big portion of my childhood.
Yeah.
Randomly in this game that you just wouldn't think warranted somebody of his caliber.
But that happened a lot in the early video game run.
Right, because it was kind of experimental, so they wanted to see who all would be like in on it.
Mm-hmm. Like some of them, like that one 3D point and click based off of a Douglas Adams book that had John Cleese and a couple Monty Python's guys in it.
Yeah, and then there was the one that, Andy had me playing the other week, or a few months ago now, Toonstruck, where you had Christopher Lloyd and then all the various famous voice actors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially oh god, why do I keep forgetting names?
Ben Stein.
Yeah, Ben Stein was in there.
Clear Eyes is awesome.
Bueller.
By the way, if we run into a barn full of bondage barn animals, we need to walk out immediately. By me! Kind of wish they did that sequel, but that's how things happen.
I believe I am.
It's kind of funny. Sorry, I had one of those sneezes that, like, you think you're gonna suddenly sneeze, you rear your head back, and, like, the itch starts slowly fading.
Who's there?
Oh, fuck.
What I was gonna say was, it's a shame that there's a lot of media that's like, they don't end properly. Like, for some reason, I get a lot of, I get a lot of like YouTube showing me clips of the Gang Kubla Khan show that they did on Netflix.
Oh,
And one
the
of the
Marco Polo.
yeah, yeah, and a lot of the comments are like, "Dang, Netflix, why didn't you finish this? Why didn't you do a season 3 or something like that?"
Hmm.
And apparently, yeah, Netflix, because I remember Jericho. I was watching that on Netflix, and they just stopped at a good point. They didn't continue it.
Yeah.
I surmise that they probably don't think they'd make as much money on an additional season, so they just cut their losses early.
Oh yeah, it's all a they're all just doing like value judgments, like net present value judgments and whatnot.
Yeah,
Like, because since
I
they're
mean,
doing streaming, their revenue is going to be a little weirder because they're not worried about DVD sales or ticket sales. They're just trying
Yeah.
to keep retention on their platform. So it'll be interesting.
Jericho was basically a bunch of nukes go off and people are learning to survive. And later on, you start figuring out who did the nukes, and there's a bunch of like borderline like a new Illuminati like manipulation of foreign powers and all that.
That's just making me think of the Fallout Equestria game I ran, where my answer was who fired the first nuke. It was actually some performance artist who broke in and did it as an art statement. Because I get the distinct feeling people who do performance art are going to end the world. Gender reveal nuke says Confessions of a Ladder Maker.
That's funny.
Lol.
Alright, let's see. Can I kill this guy? Can I just snipe? Let's see.
Do it.
Is Green a boy or a girl?
First, is it a boy or girl? Secondly, whose thumb are we using?
Okay, that was terrible.
At least he gets it.
I need to go around the other way.
Could you lure him into the shadows and then like bonk him on the head?
Possibly, yes.
Like throw an apple in a corner and then he'll walk by and you'll be like, bonk.
BRB, I have to use the restroom.
Actually, yes, I could. I just need to find something I'm willing to throw. Oh,
Hey,
wait,
Papa, call him.
I have a
Where does
flash.
one put? Oh yeah, flash bomb. Does flash bomb make noise though?
What is it, Puppy Pal? Around there.
Where does one go to keep their money?
I don't know. The bank? Damn you.
Yeah. Yes. He walks off the TV screen disappointed. The first national bonk.
Oh!
Hammer birthday.
Yes, Hammer birthday. So I think the flash bombs are more meant to, like,
Help him escape.
yeah.
It's a throne room. How pretentious can you get?
You got it. Yay.
I got the scepter. Oh,
Wait
shit.
a minute.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't have to like leave.
Not this mission. But I think in later ones they have to do other stuff. Remember, this is just
if there
the
was like if there was a window that you could have like gotten out of it. Oh shit.
I returned my senses.
The one here was full. It would be one here to rule them all.
Hammer's height.
The liars were made to feast upon the hands of the thieves, and the thieves were made to ingest the tongues of their liar brothers, who praise the master builder of Egypt.
I went to Cuddy's place to deliver the scepter, but Cuddy wasn't there. He'd been arrested by the Hammerites. Apparently they didn't approve of his occupation, and I doubt they approve of mine. So hopefully they'll never catch sight of me when I break him out of their prison. Which is what I'm going to do. They're holding Cuddy in a mining complex carved out of a quarry. The quarry's flooded, but the Hammers still work the top-level mines and have converted part of the complex into a penitentiary for those who violate their tenets. An associate of mine was confined there and has provided me with a map. It would be difficult to get in by way of the main gate, but there is another option. The mines break the surface of a hill south of the quarry. I'll drop into the mines and head for the prison, which will be found somewhere uphill and to the north. The Hammers don't venture into these lower mine levels because they're reputed to be haunted. I'd rather not have to do this job, but Cuddy's a reliable fence, and I don't appreciate the Hammerites abducting him. And he owes me money for the Bafford job.
Hell yeah.
Good job there, strong bad.
I don't know the cheat. What do you think we're gonna do today? Oh, breaking into the mines, huh? Oh, that's
That
crazy.
doesn't sound like a good idea.
Oh, Strong said, don't worry about it.
Hey, if you're going to go break into them mines, could you bring me back a gold nugget?
Sure. Whatever you say. Yeah, we're not getting many nuggets to
Those
cheat.
two. I'm going to steal the heart of the fair maiden. Oh, strong bad. Are you going to go break into that prison? Can I come?
I fucking love Homestar so much. Homestar Runner's the best. Let's see. Should I get... I definitely want 5 more water arrows. Actually, we're gonna need water
Star,
arrows.
what is that you got in your hands? Well, you said we'd go to steal a fence. No, not a real fence. He's holding up like a wooden fence post.
We're gonna do that. And we're
Do we
good.
sell stuff to the fence?
Actually, that reminds me. Hey, Storm Song,
Hey, Andy?
how do you type with boxing gloves on?
Very violently?
Remember that one episode where he did take his boxing gloves on, and like his hands were just in the shape of. He had like 2 fingers, almost like claw hands.
That was upsetting on so many levels.
And when he typed with them, it was worse. Like he couldn't read what he said.
Hope Steel Runner. Oh, what do we have here? We're going down, in and out, around. Can I fucking go down?
I don't want to drown in the mine.
Hey guys, it's getting a little stuffy in here.
You know what? He could totally do like a strong bad Let's Play series where it's.
Oh, it'd be...
Today we're going to play Thief, one of my favorite games.
Anyways, what do you think of the English? Oh, I'll tell you what I think of the English!
Look at these perfectly circular bug patterns.
Storm Song.
Yes.
So you see how those flies are flying in a cylinder?
Yes.
Let's say that every one of those flies represented a metal prong on a cylinder. What do you think the music would sound like? I hope this is burrowing into your brain and you're like, oh, I gotta know now. A magic holy piss jar.
That's a holy... I got holy water arrows. which
Oh yeah.
are actually super useful in this part of the game. I do.
Oh no, not Tesla coils. Oh God, I'm dead. Oh gosh.
Holy water does not, it's holy water. The zombies don't like holy water. Who'd have thunk?
The other thing they don't like is these prices.
These prices.
Stormsong, what's in your head? What's in your head?
What's in your head?
Feed your hand.
You know, I didn't know that Whacker had such an allergy to fruit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, apparently he doesn't like cranberries.
Huh.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh, get me out of here. No,
that's
Holmes.
just sanitary. Come on,
Get me
man.
the fuck out of here. Oh, that's just a fresh corpse. Oh, more arrows? It's actually really nice. Oh, I don't like this.
Oh, Long Johnson. Oh God, like I thought that was a tractor wheel. I was like, what is that doing here?
I think.
It's defying the jihad.
The Butlerian Jihad.
That's what I was referencing. Do not defy the jihad.
Striving to learn our teachings. There are novices still. But fewer, brother, fewer. Youths in this time seek to learn about gold and politics, not honest craft.
Twill be their loss when they come of age and know not how to accomplish aught of consequence.
The Hammerites are interesting. I like that they're essentially a cult of artisans and workers. And craftsmen.
I was already making up my own headcanon again. You want to hear it?
They're almost a little bit Freemason-like.
I mean, I guarantee you that was on purpose.
Yes.
Who said that?
I thought they were a religious order, and basically their patron saint or whoever basically had their arms and legs broken by a hammer, like on the wheel or something.
This isn't the Trilby games or Blasphemous.
I mean, they used to do that shit.
Oh yeah. Although, I mean, so a lot of times when stuff like that comes up, a lot of people forget that, yes, there were instances of such a thing. It was by no means common. Like, breaking someone on the wheel was only done a couple times historically.
Right.
When you say a couple, you mean like 2 or like 12? Because, you know, that's
I mean,
that's a big
like,
difference.
Okay, a better way to think about it is number of times ever done was in the course of, like, every few decades. Something like it might happen.
Who art thou? I hold.
Did he say whacker?
He said, "Where art thou?"
Oh.
Oh, whacker, where art thou?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shit. Key 2K2 says, "Oh, the Homestar Runner site is still working. The Shockwave, we're working again."
Yep.
It's email. Gotta read the email. It's email. Gotta read the email.
They posted a video not too long ago.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if they're still going, because every once in a while I checked up on them. They did something that was like relatively new. Like,
oh yeah, they post rarely, but it like just enough where you're like, oh, they're not dead, and they're still funny.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a few artists like that. There's a YouTube I would technically call it YouTube poop, but probably not. Artist called Anonymous.
Oh, dude, Anonymous, it does crazy.
Yeah.
He is unique as source filmmaker shenanigans. I know him
I
very
think
well.
I think he like listens to video game music or something, and then he just imagines a story in his head because going along with the music. Because
I think so. I think that is an accurate description.
I'm pretty sure if I showed Storm Song a few of his videos, he'd probably understand what I'm
I've seen a few of his videos. Sorry, I'm playing Yoshi's Island right now, and there's some of these like secret levels that very much reiterate what the hell they meant when they said Super Nintendo hard.
I heard that. Stop right there.
What do you mean?
Sorry. I'm sorry, Super Chief. I didn't mean to give you away like that. God, imagine a game like this back in the day that had it where it could hear what you're saying from your microphone and like alert the guards. Like,
No, thank you.
of course, most people didn't have a microphone at all.
Right, like.
Oh,
Stand
God,
forth and
remember.
speak thyself
This
if
was
thou
in
be
the
there.
day where your computer had to have a
I do wonder
dedicated
what it
sound
was,
card.
but it seems gone now.
Fun fact: you don't need that anymore.
I was so ticked off because I couldn't initially play Tomb Raider because the computer I was playing it on didn't have a sound card. It was like,
Hello?
it
Intruders!
makes the air sound like this is not a supported sound
Close
card.
it, and thou shalt feel my edge.
Are they attacking you with a light undercut?
I have killed them.
What? Am I going to learn that like actual Warhammer users would often use an underswing attack or something like that? 'Cause
Actually, there would have been underswing techniques. They wouldn't have been favorable because you want gravity on your side. But especially if you were trying to hook, say, like the meat behind the kneecap.
Right.
oh, man.
Tripping attacks as well, stuff like that. But no,
Well,
typically with any kind of hammer style weapon, you always wanted to, in so much as it was possible, be hitting with gravity on your side.
Never heard such carrying on as this thief's
Rio
pawn
7 says, hang on, is that just
One
a
would
cast
think
iron
these
hammer
scum had
machine?
never faced tribulation in their lives.
For a time I thought Block 4 might never
Eventually.
sleep again for his coughs. But he quiets now.
Good. Death or durance 'twill be the same for him in the end.
I'm gonna save. I'll save right here, and I'm gonna try to shoot this guy in the face. Oh,
Cease thy hiding, craven.
To me, my
Hit him in the throat. Oh.
yeah, that didn't work.
Amaranth will forge and fire.
Oh, that's a window.
Roof and doorway, block and beam. Chase the trickster from our dream.
Is
Can you
there
sneak past there?
center top right? Speed toggle drop item. Noisemaker. Okay. Triangle tooth lockpick, flash bomb, gas mine, goblins.
Oh, is this your inventory?
No, that's my. No, that's not my inventory. That's. That is.
don't see why I should be the one to be put with these incompetent people.
Ba 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 ba.
Who is that?
Digi reminds us that even though Thief was renamed into Rogue, the two games that share that name are unrelated.
Thou
Wait,
shalt
what?
not hide forever.
Joking on the fact that in D&D it used to be called Thief, but now it's called Rogue.
Oh.
And how these two games by dint are unrelated.
Well, also wasn't like dwarf and elf a class too, like in old D&D?
Yeah, before they started separating out things.
Yeah, yeah, that was just kind of... I actually have... It's funny. What I have the, Beckme Rules Encyclopedia I bought on, drive-thru. And, yeah, good, like, dwarf and elf are their own class. But, like, anytime you pick a unique race, you also get negative levels.
Oh yeah, negative levels. I remember that 3.5.
Which is neat. I'm actually currently redoing a campaign I started.
Who is there?
With a,
Is someone there?
with a crew I'm playing with. We started playing
All is silence.
Shadowrun 5th Edition. We were learning it, we were doing fine, they were having fun, but I was miserable. Playing with that fucking system. It's not bad, I'm just inexperienced in it. And it's a slog. So we decided that we're gonna try out Cyberpunk 2020. And that has been much more enjoyable to kind of work in so far.
You ask it to report itself. Nay, you tear it down.
I'd like to look up the rules for chainmail one day.
Oh yeah, that'd be interesting.
It
I
was
believe
one
the
of original
PDF is somewhere online, because, yeah.
It was like one of the original, like, tabletop war games.
Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the squalid past.
Oh yeah.
Knowledge is our weapon, with which we carve a path to an enlightened future.
Oh yeah, look, camera. So,
Oh yeah, I was joking around with like the one gear to rule them all, and I'm like, huh, Lord of the Rings, but in like
Metal
early
Gear.
industrial.
One gear to rule
You
them
ask
all.
it to report itself. Nay, you tear it down and begin anew. So shall it be with all my children, whether they be stone or flesh.
You don't have any kids, Jacob. Shut up.
Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the squalid past. Knowledge is our weapon, with which... Who goes there? Halt and show thy face!
halt and catch fire.
No, I won't.
The builder shall spy thee if I cannot.
Well, he's coming out. And then I'm gonna bop him on the head.
Bonk.
Got him.
Baby
That's-
bottle bonk.
It's so... Yeah, the Shadowrun system is interesting. I'll try it again someday, but I may just decide to use... I kind of want to check out some of the other...
I've been hearing kind of a consistency of people thinking that the Shadowrun system is sort of unworthy of its setting.
It's... a goat has a lot of experience in it. In fact, I used some tips from him.
That was actually who I was... Because he talked about it when we were helping Cass build their character for our Traveler game the other day.
Actually, that reminded me, Storm Song, for your system that you create, I had an idea for a character, and I'd like to like
Hiding shall
play
not
with
save
a
thee.
generating of the character to see what it would be like.
Okay.
Basically a combat butler, or you know, your typical like butler, very servile, but also knows how to kill everyone in the room.
Strangely enough, there is precedent for that in the setting, but it's kind of the notion of like a royal or noble family, their butler, who's around the children, who's around the family, is trained, at a moment's notice to kick someone's ass if they get, like threatening.
Basically, like Alfred from Batman, or
Sebastian or Walter.
yeah, Sebastian from Big O. I think his name was Sebastian. What was his name?
That was a different character. Sebastian's the butler from Black Butler.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that butler as well.
Yeah, like
Many dangerous and terrifying butlers. And that trope has some foundation in reality too, because like a lot of times, like a nobleman would serve in the military, and he'd make a friend who wasn't going to have a retirement because said friend was, common birth, and so they would
I think those are porters, like
stuff like that. Yeah.
And I think I get the idea from that from, oddly enough, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Have you seen
Yeah, I
that
think.
movie?
Yeah. I think Chitty Chitty Bang Bang references it, if I recall correctly.
Well, because Grandpa Potts, he was a porter for the spoilers for like a 60-year-old movie, but it turns out he was the porter for the rich candy factory owner, and I don't know what war. I think it was Afghanistan. I think
if the foundation
the Afghanistan
is weak,
campaign.
You wail and gnash your teeth.
Yeah.
You ugly.
And
wait. Who's that?
He was like, "Oh, best porter I've ever had." He's like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "Oh, Grandpa was actually in the military this whole time, or he was. He was just crazy." But yeah, like,
come closer, and thou shalt feel my age.
I think that happened a lot. It's like you were in a war, you had a buddy, and it's like, oh well, I did well, and I want my buddy who's loyal to me to have a place, so you could be a butler. He's like, "Yes, sir."
Yeah, and a lot of people forget that butlers weren't just a servant; they were the head of the servants. So it was actually kind of a place of like honor and extreme trust.
Vigilance is our shield.
And it's it's a different conception of societal standards that in modern era is just not really around anymore.
We were very proud of being a butler. Like he is my lord and master. How dare you speak of him that way?
Yep.
And
the butler starts taking his gloves off. You know you need to run.
You ask it to repair itself. Nay, you tear it down and begin anew. So shall it be with all my children, whether they be.
Oh yeah, the Batman. That's what he was. He was the Batman.
Thou to make mock of me?
Or
Show
Batman.
thyself.
Yes.
Thy shadow shall not cloak thee forever.
No. Posh with a capital P. O.
Ramshackle.
Posh. I used to fall asleep. I often need white noise of something going on when I slept, and I usually just ran a bunch of VHSs.
Thou shalt not hide forever.
And Chitty Chitty Bang Bang was one of them for a long time.
I have not seen that movie in like well over 30 years now that I think about it. My age was still in a single digit when I last saw it.
Let's not do that. Trying to figure out how to. Unless I need to just.
Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the squalid past.
So Ramshackle lets us know, hey Chief, the best game mode and the best helmet have returned to Halo.
What do you mean? Or what are we talking about here? Are we talking about Griffball? Are we talking about Hayabusa?
Vigilance is our shield.
Griffball and Hayabusa helmet.
I fucking knew it. I
don't get it.
It's Griffball.
Yea. Who comes unto me?
Who comes on to me? What a phrase. Yeah, it's Griffball. Andy, you never played Griffball?
No, it's the first time I heard of it. I'm trying to look it up right now.
Wasn't it named because of, what's it called, Red versus Blue?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Rooster Teeth, which used to be called something much different back in the day.
Such as?
Vigilance is our shield that protects us from the
Looks that
squalid
Storm
past.
song.
Knowledge is
That
our
I
weapon,
could not tell you.
with which we carve a path
It actually was
to an
called
enlightened
Cockpipe.
future.
Well, that would explain the.
I think what happened was they were becoming like.
What is going on over there?
They used to be just like a group of guys that were making Halo machinima and like
The builder shall
very much
spy me
like
if I
haha
cannot.
poo poo caca joke. And I think what
Thou shalt
happened
regret
probably
my
was
death is
they,
at
you know,
hand now.
they started getting
They
D&D
lost their
or-
edge. They lost their edge, and
well, I
they
wonder how
became
much
super
of it was,
corporate.
Vigilance is
I
our
wonder how
shield
much of it was,
that
you know, being
protects
pressured
us from
by
the squalid past.
Microsoft, you know.
Knowledge is our weapon, with which we carve a path to an enlightened future.
But anyway, yeah, eventually it did happen, but that happens.
And apparently the best part about the Hayabusa helmet returning is that it's not a microtransaction. This too is excellent.
This too is excellent.
The thing I remember the most about Halo was basically gathering as many grenades as you can, dying in the same spot, then parking a warthog over it, putting somebody in it, and rocket launching it, causing the explosion that caused the warthog to basically fly into low orbit.
Yeah.
And you would like you would like sit in it, and like people were like, "Whoa, watch this! Whoa!"
I remember.
But
Go. Sorry, try not to interrupt or anything. I remember when I first like started playing Halo 3, one of my favorite things to do in the online play of Halo 3 was if ever we got on that desert map, I would try to crash the elephant. Or like learning how to tip over.
Yeah, you gotta
flipping
flip
the
it.
elephant.
You gotta flip the elephant, bro.
Like that became my goal every time. Victory was less important to me than flipping the elephant.
Let me see if I can actually before I do that. Let me see. Dude, the only sad thing, Ramshackle, is that Halo Infinite makes me sad as a human being whenever I play it. So like, it's great that they added all that back. That doesn't seem physically possible. I rewatch the first several seasons of Red vs. Blue.
Oh yeah.
Constantly. It's still I think it's still fucking funny.
Come forth with me, villain.
But yeah, actually, one of the early characters when I was first kind of conjuring the setting into mind was essentially that concept, but it was a combat maid, not a combat butler. But like, she basically, well, you know, it's even more like she was the combat English nanny.
Oh, that's terrifying.
Well, because the main character, not main character, the character that she was attached to was a young mage who was still learning to control his powers, and of course the mages in the setting are volatile at best.
You know what? I'm just gonna say it. Our early years were the best time ever, better than the our elders or the younger generations. And I am not at all making this assumption based on nostalgia or ignorance. And this is a completely original take.
Well, come on, you've just made a promise, you have to keep it.
Buddy.
Things were better back in my day. What's that band?
So-
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, subtle horror I realized about the Mario setting is fighting against Yoshi and his kind would just actually be a genuinely terrifying experience. Like, they either, you know, carnivorously eat you, or they hip drop your skull so that
Yeah.
you die.
You know what? They're almost like the I forgot what they call them, but they're like the second form of graboids from Tremors. You know, they're bipedal dinosaur little thingies that like only procreate when they eat enough. You know.
Yeah. It's like, the way Yoshi's fight in battle is actually rather ruthless.
They turn their enemies into their allies, or they use them as ammunition.
There's good.
Oh god. You just look at your friend who's Yoshi and, you know, you realize it's time to make that sacrifice for the party. It's like, aim me at them, Yoshi, or strap me to your egg, I'm ready.
I'm pretty sure there's an animation where Mario jumps off of Yoshi to get on the cliff, and then the tongue comes out from underneath the screen, grabs his leg, and takes him down with him.
Oh yeah, there is.
Bang!
Dorkly does these things, and they make us happy from time to time.
Have you ever seen the Mario is pissed animation?
Yeah, Mario goes berserk.
Bring thyself hither.
Oh!
This way.
Oh, Mario, you've come. It says, you! Shut the fuck up! You stupid bitch! Whoa, you're
Wait,
bad.
Rao asks,
Yes.
you can just sneak through the level and not take the guy back with you?
Yep. You're not required, like, you are required to take him, but the game allows you to fail by forgetting to take him and getting through the level.
What are you talking about? You got him in your pocket right now.
Something in my front pocket for you. Out the pocket. Let's see what it is.
Man, let's get you
I'm
out
not
of
just
here.
another combine hobster for you.
Afraid you're going to be disappointed.
Good thing you're dying, Cuddy.
Keep your eyes open.
Or I'd have to kill
Oh,
you.
hey, buddy. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, hey, buddy, how you doing, huh? Don't call me buddy, friend.
Bitch.
Oh man, that undercut right to your genitals just ruined the game.
I need to be more stealthy.
No.
I'm just wondering how did I really have to get a fucking neck shot to insta kill these guys? Like, and that's a little odd on these low poly models.
I mean, in this day and age, I would think a headshot period would do it, because, like you said, like, when were we?
Oh, right. Thank you, Outcast. Sorry, guys, I almost forgot. I have a game. Yeet!
Wait, oh no! Oh.
I love y'all. Enjoy the
Bye-bye.
game, Chief.
Bye-bye.
Show thyself.
It's just you and me now, SuperChief.
Yeah. Where's Whacker?
Whacker, he's probably... Isn't he, like, moving still or something?
I don't know, actually.
I mean, technically, an arrow in the chest would kill anybody, and I mean, unless they're wearing some really durable armor. He told me they had something akin to Kevlar, which I would very much doubt.
Hey, hello. This is Thief Gold.
I was wondering what the hell you were saying. I thought you were saying the greeting in the Pee Wee Herman show. Mekaleka ha, mekahani ho.
No, we're good, bro.
All right, old man. Let's get you out of here and me my money.
Afraid you're gonna be disappointed.
Good thing you're dying, Cuddy, or I'd have to kill you for stiffing me.
So do you generally like
Again.
stealth games?
Snap, snap, puppy.
If it's a good one, yeah.
So, Felix went after the Horn of Quintus, down at Bonehorde. Left me his notes. The Hammers got him, put him in their evidence box. Loot collection, more like. Upstairs. Officers' quarters. Once you're up there, in passage, if damp hadn't rotted my lungs.
Bye-bye, Cuddy. Cuddy's dead. So we have new goals now. Since Cuddy's died, we now have information. Objectives. Find the evidence locker and retrieve Felix's map. Something in my pocket for you.
I was asking because I was wondering if you ever played the Styx games.
Yeah, I like Styx. I like Styx one. They're pretty good.
I haven't, but I never played them because I like stealth games, but I haven't really played a dedicated stealth game in like a long time. I kind of just bought them on a whim.
Right. But yeah, I like Splinter Cell, Chaos Theory, and what's the other one? Not Chaos Theory, but the one right before it, not the first one. Pandora Tomorrow are like amazing, rough but amazing. The Hitman games are perfect. This game is fantastic. So I need to get to the barracks and officers. Cell block 2.
Okay, but did they just explain why you don't technically need him? Like,
Yes. Yeah, we had a whole conversation.
yeah,
He was like, yeah, I'm dying, and I don't have your money, but this guy gave me a map and info to some treasure, and the guards took it up into the officers' quarters.
gotcha.
So now, that's where I got to go. If I could sneak across the yard, that would actually be perfect.
And I take it you didn't really care for the Dishonored.
Dishonored is a weird... I beat it. I played through it. It's not a bad game, but as a stealth game, I find it to be lackluster.
Go away. Oh well.
Yeah, I like stealth games because, like, especially this one, Splinter Cell, it feels more than just, oh, we're sneaking around some levels.
It's almost like a puzzle, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one big puzzle, and I love puzzles.
Melahalaha says, or he asks, would you consider Metal Gear a stealth game?
Technically, Metal Gear 1, yes, and Metal Gear Solid 2. But their stealth mechanics are not the greatest. you go. I'm not a Metal Gear fan. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I want to give 3 a try at some point, but I've tried a little bit of 1 and 2, and I played a good bit of 5. But you go to Metal Gear for the weird story and characters.
Yeah.
Like, you go for the bullshit. You go for the madness. You don't go because you want to play a stealth game.
Metal Gear 3 is like, you play it because you kind of want to know what's going on.
Right.
And it's also got that awesome song, Snake Eater.
Oh, yeah.
This must be how they spend all those tithes.
Like, for... Kojima just wants to make a Bond movie. And that is so fucking apparent.
Yeah. I've been told that Kojima is pretty much like an aspiring movie director that for some reason won't leave the gaming industry or something like that.
Hi, Thunderclap Sasquatch. I would say that's a pretty good... It's a pretty decent...
How often do you think Kojima tried to persuade, like, was it Capcom or whatever, tried to persuade them? Konami. How many times do you think you persuaded them, like, or tried to persuade them to let him make a live-action movie of, you know, Metal Gear?
I don't know. I really don't. Because...
I bet they're probably like, the amount of money to produce this game would be insane.
Oh, yeah.
Kojima would be the kind of guy that says, I want a 1-to-1 scale, you know, machine of Metal Gear.
Yes.
Like practical effects. I don't want it CG. I want an actual Metal Gear.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, no, that would cost billions of real life dollars. Like, I don't care. I'm not doing a movie unless. Hey, Thunderclap, stop squatching.
I do like whacking people with the blackjack.
He's hacking and whacking and smacking.
He does the hack, whack, the job at that beat.
Stop! Who art thou?
Oh, fuck.
Thy death is...
I knew that was gonna happen. Mayhal is fine. Maybe Kojima could borrow some of the 1-to-1 Gundams? Well, that'd be actually interesting.
Think not that thou shalt vanish now.
Okay, he just straight up sees me if I do that. Good to know. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for this guy, knock him out, and then...
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a fan somewhere that has made, like, not an actual working Metal Gear Rex, but, you know.
Oh, pretty big one, for sure.
A 1-to-1 scale model that probably moves around a bit. That'd be awesome. I was trying to see how Metal Gear Rex would be like in BattleTech. It would have a rail gun.
Metal Gear Rex.
Two kind of rotary guns and what was it? 33mm rotary guns, and you know, like 114 small missile array that uses some sort of laser. That's laser guided or something. But it would also have, apparently it has what it's called the Street Fighter, like, program that allows it to basically, like, ram into other, like, yeah, basically lets it do close combat. And the guy's like, we don't need this. And Autocon was like, I'm going to put it in there because it's fun.
Trick your beat. Dude, as an unabashed lover of G
Wonder if I have
Gundam,
time to stop for a snack.
food that can heal.
Someone took.
I
Oh,
love
go ahead.
I love weird fucking melee combat robots doing kung fu and shit.
Someone took, or it was the I think it was the Gunpla anime where it's like Gundams are.
Yes, yes.
They make the models and they fight with the models. Someone took the Mexican Gundam and basically made like Dirty Harry, or not Dirty Harry, basically Clint Eastwood, like Clint Eastwood Gundam with the poncho and the hat and the pistols.
Right.
Looks pretty badass.
They did, well, yeah. Well, because that's the Gundam. They do have the Gundam Mexico Gundam, Neo Mexico Gundam.
Yeah, the Neo Mexico. They use that as the like the base, like.
Right. That is cool. I like that shit. Because at some point, Gundam's lost all sense, in my opinion, of being like a serious political drama, and that is cool shit. But like at some point, I just like I want the batshit. I want the insanity. I want the madness.
I mean, I'm actually what am I trying to say here? I don't like the real world violence, like seeing people get crushed or blown up or squashed by a robotic hand. Like
Right, it's not your cup of tea.
I think I'm a little more PG, you know, and Gundam is way too real world horror of wars. You know, it's like, oh, this character that you kind of like, he just died out of nowhere.
It does.
And Robotech did that a little bit too.
Also, yes, Digiman, the Neo Mexico Gundam is the Tequila Gundam. Tequila!
It wasn't the worst Gundam. I mean, at least you weren't Holland Gundam.
Yeah.
I think Holland Gundam was just
It's
the
a fish.
Gundam that was a windmill.
Yes.
Oh.
No, Netherlands Gundam was a fish. Holland Gundam was a windmill.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I get the impression that some of those Gundams, we're just gonna build it. We don't have any intention of winning, but it's like it's a billboard basically, like a really expensive billboard. Like
I like to think of it like the countries entering the Olympics, and they know the U.S., Russia, or China is gonna win.
Yeah, they're the try-hard ones that are like, no, we're actually gonna dump like our entire GDP into this project to, you know, basically right sort of war. And then there's the countries that like, we're not gonna win, but let's like let everybody know that we're here. It's like, windmill Gundam, our Viking longboat Gundam.
Right. Neo America Gundam was Gundam Maxter, and it had two modes: football player mode and boxer mode, and they both had revolvers.
Yeah, they had a revolver. I'm gonna go look up Brazil Gundam real quick. I'm gonna see what that was. If they had one, I don't know how many actual.
Bring thine arm.
Killed him dead. Garrett the thief, Garrett the murderer, more like. I think there was a second American, because there were like different generations of
what the hell?
Gundams per nation. Oh yeah, it's a book. I opened a book. When I was cold, thou taught of hearth and roof beam. When I was hungry, thou taught of pot and cauldron. When I was beset by foes, thou taught of spear and shield. Thy hammer pounds the nail, holds the roof beam. Thy hammer strikes the iron, shapes the cauldron. Thy hammer in my hand, unto my foes.
So right now I'm looking at, I think it's a fan made a Neo Brazil Gundam, and it's Gundam Wing, but
Yeah.
it only has one set of the wings, and it uses a cyber rapier. I think it's a lot more like the French Gundam than anything.
Oh yeah, the Gundam Rose was the French
Yeah.
Gundam. Gundam Vision Mech Contest. I'd fuck with that, dude.
Vision what?
It's like Eurovision, but instead of Eurovision, it's with songs. Every country sends in a custom Gundam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like
Well,
I'd
I
totally.
type in Brazil and all I get is Neo Portugal Gundam, and it's called the Jester Gundam, and it's like
Yeah,
it's got like slinky bits and a clown face for a chest. It's weird.
it is a jester. But yeah, I don't know. Yeah, because I don't think they ever mentioned Brazil in G Gundam.
What is going on over there?
Cuddy won't be needing this anymore.
Thy shadow shall...
There's
Hey!
the Gundam that's like the lower half is a bell. Remember that?
You know who you never forget? Big Zam.
Big Zam.
Can't forget Big Zam. And on to the next cutscene.
Oh god, remember Matador Gundam? The Bullhead Gundam?
And the manfools piled rocks on rocks and raised the treacly roof. Hammers, saws, tear the skin of goodsy wood, and laughs at the woodsy lord. And when learns the lord of this, he sends his beastesses to the manfools, who attacks and hammers, saws their useless fleshes, and build him a house of thy rotting skins.
I was pissed at Cuddy for a good while after the prison debacle. But hey, you can't blame him for what the Hammers did to him. So I decided to go after that horn Felix talked about. Not like I had a whole lot of choice, really. The rent is due. And my landlord's even tougher than the Hammers. The map's pretty specific about where the entrance is. Too bad it's not as clear about where the horn is. Felix did some scrounging before he left, and his notes say the horn is in the tomb of some nobles. The Quintus family. Guess I'll just have to explore. Felix, always helpful, also said that the catacombs are supposed to be haunted. I think I'll go make some inquiries about where a heretic like me can get some holy water. Always go prepared.
I don't think there was in the anime a Brazil Gundam.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Holy water? Holy... Oh shit. Rope arrow. Water arrows, yes. Holy water. Good too. Noisemaker. Yeah. Oh, I can't because I'm shy.
Oh, the windmill was Nether Gundam.
Yeah, the Netherlands. Right. There was a fish Gundam too.
The fish Gundam was called Mermaid Gundam, and unfortunately, I'm not one of those people that could recognize what a flag is, but it's like red with a white cross that's slightly off center.
I think it's Denmark.
Yeah. Viking Gundam is basically the same flag, but the white cross is a black cross within it.
Yeah. Oh. Haha, cut. That's what the map looks like. Oh, we're in the catacombs.
The Lumberjack
Long way
Gundam.
down.
I mean, in all honesty, the weirdest thing out of G Gundam was that the Earth was surrounded by giant laser you know, what they put around wrestling rings.
Yeah, it's the squared circle. It's the
Yeah, that
Gundam fight.
surrounds the planet.
Gundam fight all set, ready, go!
It's kind of like Robot Jocks, but more extreme.
Yeah, like planet wide. The designs are way more fucking. I mean, it's an anime. It's way more extreme in some ways.
Extreme.
Fuck, why'd I do that? I didn't mean to do that. My mistake. It was just goofy. It was that block where you watch Wing, Yu Yu Hakusho, and a bunch of others. Oh, I'm too damn good. Gotcha.
Yes.
Gotcha. This is gonna be a fun one. I feel it. Will we see a Homestar Gundam? Oh, that has to be a project. Oh, that is so satisfying, though. Fucking zomboids. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does regular water do anything? I don't think so. Nope, no.
Anyway, I'll send you the pictures.
What's up?
No, I'm just sending you a picture of the Gundams from G Gundam.
Oh yeah, they're fun. It always ends up back at Chica. Oh hell yeah, gems. Buds? I hear you, fucker. Yeah. Oh, you fucker. Yeah, I know you're not dead. I am gonna try not to waste my holy water. You don't remember the piping? Wing was insane. And the fact that it was like the Gundam series to break into the West, I think it was, yeah, is still kind of crazy.
Yeah, I think because of Toonami.
Yeah, well, Toonami is the best thing that ever happened to anime in America, and I will die on that hill. Actually, I don't think
Well,
that's the
Sci-Fi Channel helped too.
It did, but Toonami because it attacked, you know, it was like with the kids and the young adults, teens and whatnot. I think you reached a much more significant group.
I mean, the only anime I could think of that
Okay.
that I wouldn't really associate with Cartoon Network or sci-fi was like Sailor Moon,
Mm-hmm.
maybe Samurai Pizza Cats.
There were a few that weren't. There were ones that were successful. Unfortunately, one of my most favorite animes, I don't watch much anymore, but I used to all the time, was One Piece. I still keep up with what the story is happening. That, unfortunately, was a result of 4Kids Entertainment, which was a terrible, terrible dub, but there were several anime that became big in the US because of them,
Oh
like
yeah, and
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Pokemon.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Too.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh. Oh, Ronin Warriors. Yes, that was on there, and I remember that anime.
Oh no, can I grab it?
I don't know why, but Anubis was my favorite Ronin Warrior, even though he was a bad guy. Quake with fear.
Apparently they're rebooting Ronin Warriors.
Really?
Or they're making a new one. Yeah. Yeah, I saw a trailer for it the other day.
I remember watching Akira as a kid and getting grossed out, like.
Oh yeah, Akira's not for children.
Like at the end of the movie where he turns into the giant baby thing, like I was like legitimately disturbed, like.
Yeah, Akira's not for kids. There we go.
I watched Crying Free Man when I was in my teens, so.
oh. One I loved from the whole 4Kids point in time for me was actually Ultimate Muscle.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I never bothered watching. That was the one with that weird, like, the guy with the muscle mask, but he had like a weird mask that
with
he had
big
a
lips.
big, like, he had the lips, like the
yeah,
the balloon lips or whatever. I don't know how. I don't know.
Yeah, I fucking loved it was a wrestling anime, but it was the sequel to an anime that inspired almost every shonen anime to have ever existed. Even Fist of the North Star.
I could not stand the concept of Bobo like that.
Dude,
that pissed me off. Like it's like no, I refuse. This is an affront.
Oh, dude, I love that shit. I love that shit.
Couldn't stand it. It's like his powers is his nose hair.
It's a parody. Yeah, it's a big parody series.
I know, but like, there's just part of me is like, no, I refuse. It's like the Star Trek Picard. Like a line has to be drawn somewhere.
Line must be drawn here. Oh, I get it. I get it, Andy.
I watched a lot of Inuyasha, but I never like. The problem back then was like you couldn't really watch stuff from beginning to end because one, they only get the rights to like so many episodes.
Right.
Like Dragon Ball Z, for instance, where they never got up to Goku and Frieza fighting. It would end. I think it would end like before the Ginyu Force would somewhere.
I don't.
And then.
What? I'm confused.
Go ahead.
I'm confused because there depends on the dub. Because they had two dubs. They had the Ocean dub, which was the one that first showed up in the U.S. And then I don't think long after the Ocean dub, the Funimation one started, and they sort of were like taking inspiration from the Ocean dub, but then like
when
that was dumb.
When I started watching Dragon Ball Z, Krillin sounded more like this, and Vegeta sounded more like this.
Yes. yeah, that was the Ocean dub.
Yeah, and then like when they finally released the next like season, everybody's voice changed. Like, what? Like,
Krillin started sounding more like this, and
Vegeta was more like this.
Yeah. I am the hype. Sorry. Oh. Fucking. But yeah, when
And I remember, like, you'd watch it from when Gohan and Raditz would show up, and you'd go through that series, and you'd
Yeah.
go to they're going to Namek, and they're looking for the Dragon Balls, and finally the Ginyu Force arrived, and it's like there was that one episode that you knew, like, hey, the next episode might be the start of the next season, and it's not like you could check on the internet or something if they knew would release it. And it's like you come home the next day after school, you wait for Dragon Ball Z, and nope, they restart the whole series all over again. It's like, ah, man, you're just so disappointed.
Right. That happened to so much back then when everything was all split and like different teams all worked on different shit. It'd be wild.
Well, I'm sure it was harder getting the rights to anime back then,
Oh, yes.
There's a lot of stuff that we don't even know about that, like... In a weird... I know this sounds weird, but there's manga that I've read that I really like that they almost immediately start making anime of it. And I feel like it slows down the manga coming out.
Nowadays...
And some people say, well, you can always read the line novel. It's like, I don't want to read a fucking line novel.
The light novel. Yeah. Well, that's just kind of how it is.
One of my recent ones, but the thing is sometimes it's good, like the anime where they're making an anime of the manga where the only skill I know is parry. Like,
oh, okay,
that's a good one. Like, I would suggest like reading the manga or watching the anime. I haven't watched the anime, but from what I see, it's very like true to par. And they're actually doing one that I actually am hype of watching an anime of. Backwater Swords Master is actually, or Backwater's old man is actually a swords master, and it's like this guy's never left this small village, has always taught sword fighting skills. Turns out this old man is probably the most badass sword fighter in the entire planet.
What happened? Oh yeah, I've seen those. They have terrible titles though. Terrible titles.
There's something weird about Japanese titles sometimes, but then again, like...
But think about it. What is the title of Naruto?
When you want to be original, it's like, well, there's also some weird flavor to it. Like, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, or yeah, I got reincarnated as a spider. What are you going to do about it? Like, it's a weird, endearing like title. It's like, even though it takes up the whole page, but I think that's just a culture thing. Because how many one-word titles are we going to have before we start running out? I mean, I think we've done that in the West. Like RoboCop, Alien, Predator, and this and that and another. And if someone came up with like the one word for their movie is Steel, then you'd have like, what if you have a really good story that should be titled Steel, but you can't name it Steel because someone else owns the rights for the title of Steel?
Well, then you come up with something else, but you don't like. I think the titles are just getting lazy. I think that's it. They don't care.
By the way, you can watch Steel. It's Michael Jordan playing the part of Steel from the DC universe. Basically, DC Iron Man. You remember that, right?
I thought that was Shaq, honestly.
Who did I say?
Michael Jordan.
I'm completely wrong. It is Shaq. Shaq had... I remember that movie was with Shaq, and also the Genie one. I'm trying to remember what it was called.
Oh, yeah. Fucking...
Alakazam, I think? Shazam.
No, Kazam. I think it
Oh,
was
yeah,
just
Kazam. Because Shazam is a DC superhero.
Yes. Rooster Buffalo, I found a lot of modern games with stealth elements sad. They somehow managed to have stealth that is less advanced than this old game. Correct. Because they're not making stealth games. They're making action games, but they want to have stealth in it. And instead of implementing it well, they just slap it in and say, yeah, we have cool stealth now. You can sneak around people if you don't want to fight them. And it sucks. It doesn't
It's
work.
not a first-person stealth game, but Brewster Buffalo, I would try This War of Mine.
This war of mine. Alright, I am gonna go grab some dinner. I'll be back shortly.
Don't leave me alone with these heathens. Oh, no!
You can do it, Andy. I believe in you.
Oh! What was I talking about? We were going on an anime tangent, manga. Yeah, middle-aged man for the booties turns out to be a sword saint. That's not the exact title, but it's kind of hard to remember. That's gonna. There's one particular scene that I'm waiting for where he has to fight a monster, and the monster gets the impression that something very dangerous is nearby, and I need to leave. But stealth games, yeah. Well, let me think. One of my favorite, like, personal, like, rules I had for Fallout 4 when it came out was I tried to sneak into a building and dispatch everyone in the building without alerting anybody. And if I alerted somebody, I would start all over again. And there might be some Diamond in the Rough stealth games on Steam, like made by an indie developer that's only like 20 or $10, and you try it and it's like, hey, it's pretty good. Carbon monoxide could do that. Well, I mean, if you want to be technical, it's like, how do you win a baseball game? Well, let's just kill everybody else on the team before the game starts, then we'll win. It's like, what's the point? I do not condone. That's a good thing, though. I can't think of like any recent stealth games. I haven't played any of the recent Metal Gear games. The last one I played was the one I thought was going to be the last one, where Snake is old and they think he's going to die. I think 4. And then there's Revengeance, which was definitely not a stealth game. It's the opposite of a stealth game. It's a glory game. Would answer me this. I've never played any of them. Would Assassin's Creed count as a stealth game? I'll have to ask SuperChief when he comes back. I've never played a single Assassin's Creed game, but I would assume that stealth would be necessary because, I got 2 kindas, so kinda's the best I'm going to get. I asked chat if Assassin's Creed was a stealth game, and I've got 2 kindas and one. They are pretty forgiving, or someone wanna.
Assassin's Creed has stealth. If you ask me, is the first Assassin's Creed a stealth game? I would lead more to yes than no. Same with the second. But the further the series goes on, the less important that becomes. So, the originals, kind of. They weren't amazing, but they were kind of cool and had their thing going. Modern Hitman games are also stealth games, a bit too handholdy. Yes, they're stealth in a different way. And that's why they're so interesting. Like, I still love, Blood Money is still the best one, but the new 3 are very good. But like you said, they are a bit handholdy, comparatively. They're pretty forgiving.
There's the Stick series. They've done remakes of them, or remasters, I guess. Let's see. I'm looking up Stealth under Steam right now.
Fair.
They got Dead by Daylight, Dying Light, Last of Us. I'm like, Spider-Man 2. Still Wakes the Deep. I wouldn't say that's a stealth game. I think they're just Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider. I wouldn't call that a stealth game. I haven't played it.
The new Tomb Raider games are just, they're weird. It's hard. Like, I played one of them. I don't remember which one. It was a long time ago. Of the reboots, and they're just kind of meh. Like, they're just kind of like, all right.
They consider the Sniper Elite games stealth games.
Yeah. Okay. I could. Yeah. Sniper Elite. There's enough of that in there. It's not perfect, but I would be okay with lumping Sniper Elite in with that. It wouldn't offend me.
They considered Sekiro a stealth game.
I wouldn't agree with that.
That's a Souls-like. I got Call of Duty on here. Well, Modern Warfare is a stealth game.
No, it's not. See, the stealth genre sucks because most of the games in it aren't stealth games.
Well, yeah, I think they're just Watch Dogs. I haven't played that, but what do you think?
I saw the release of Watch Dogs, and then I was like, you know what? I really don't care about Watch Dogs.
Okay, check this out. Ghost Recon, Payday 3, Horizon Zero Dawn, Schedule 1. They have these. Uncharted, they have these as stealth games.
Oh.
Now, there's one called Paranoia Place, which is a horror game, but it looks like it should have some stealth element.
I've had enough. I'm going to read some of this. If Felix wants to stay and be killed, that's his business, but the pay is not good enough to keep me down here a minute more. We already lost Dranko to those damn belching buttocks. Then we watched Cather get filled with arrows from a clever trap in one of those great octagonal vaults. Not that I cared one whit for Cather, that bastard, but I have no intention of ending up the same way. I don't expect I'll see Felix again. He seems sure that the Horn of Quintus was somewhere north of the vaults, and I think that was just a guess. And if the traps and zombies don't get him, the buttocks will. Those tunnels were a nightmare. At least our marks are mostly still intact. I'm almost out, but I need to sleep. I think the place I found is out of way enough that the zombies won't find me. And he's dead, so.
Let me guess, they found him.
Might as well be. He's dead, man. Bedroll. Yep, there he is. Look at him.
He's dead, Jim.
He's dead, Jim. Oh yeah, by that extension, the Deus Ex games are all stealthy. Well, to be fair to Deus Ex,
you can play that. Okay, I wouldn't call it a dedicated stealth game, but you have the option to play it in a stealth manner.
Right, like you said.
Okay. I would say Deus Ex games, and I know I'm going to get hate for this, but Elder Scrolls and the Fallout games, you can play stealth-like.
They're RPGs. They are role-playing games.
Yes, they're role-playing games, but you have the option to play them in a stealth manner.
Right. They are not the central conceit of the game.
Yeah. And
the thing with Deus Ex, though, that you must keep in mind is that was made by guys from Looking Glass who made these games that if I'm correct, they originally wanted a sci-fi thief game, if I'm correct. So Deus Ex does have stealth game blood in it. It just isn't the whole thing.
I would also say that it, again, not a stealth dedicated game, but it has stealth elements in it to where it would definitely scratch my itch for a stealth game. Cyberpunk
And I'm
2077.
dead. Yep. That game I have still refused to play.
I played it. I wanted to be I wanted to kill everybody with my whiffle bat, but I ended up like sneaking around and just doing my usual like I gotta take everybody out without them noticing me thing.
Yeah.
Which I think is a sickness because it weirds me out. It's like I get some kind of weird Prey.
Which Prey?
No. Alien Isolation.
Yes.
World.
Yes. But that by extension, then you must include horror. But I would argue that horror and stealth are related genres. Though not
The
entirely.
problem with that is about 2/3 into the game, you're no longer trying to hide and you're just looking at
Correct.
the entire time and you're shooting at the alien. It's like
Yes.
all pretense of I'm not here is gone.
Correct. Like it's a
Ghost of
horror.
Tsushima, I don't know a thing about that game, so I can't answer that.
Ghost of Sushi is
I thought
more.
it was a Souls like.
It's more like Assassin's Creed, but with better combat. And like an interesting story, a buddy of mine who just got back into gaming played it for the first time, and he adores the shit out of it. But I've heard good things about it, and they're coming out with the sequel soon. So
Let's see. Here's some more outlandish claims of being a stealth game. The Hunter, Call of the Wild.
I don't know. I mean, you have to be stealthy when you're hunting if you're tracking a creature. I mean,
I already said Payday. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
Those like the genre's almost all dead. Let's be real here. The genre.
Treppic 2. Okay. I'm leaving Steam and I'm gonna go like basically do like best stealth games in the past 20 years. Mark of the Ninja. That sounds familiar, but I can't ring a bell.
Yeah, okay. Mark of the Ninja would make sense.
Splinter Cell, like.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Okay.
I fell. But like Splinter Cell, like fucking, like yeah, like any like chaos, like Pandora Tomorrow through like Double Agent, I believe. Are good. Like Chaos Theory is.
There's a game called Gunpoint, which is a puzzle-based stealth game, but it's pixely.
Gunpoint is awesome. I played it in I played like the demo or something in high school. I've been meaning to pick it up. But Gunpoint is sick. Gunpoint is cool as shit, dude.
Oh.
It's just a fun little noir-styled stealth, like 2D kind of shooter thing. It's neat.
Let's see. Invisible Ink, Hitman Blood Money, Metal Gear 5, Dishonored, Mark of the Ninja, Deus Ex, the original, Alien Isolation, No One Lives Forever 2, The Chronicles of Riddick, Splinter Cells, Neon Strut, I can't read it, it's like French or something, Gunpoint. Let's see, Desperados.
I don't know what that is, but hold on.
Batman Arkham Asylum. Huh.
Well, yeah.
I would say that's more takedown than stealth.
But that takedown's not like a genre. Now, to be fair, video game genres are bullshit.
That's true.
Like, what is a movie genre? Horror, action, noir. Oh, what is it about? It's about the types of settings and stories. Done. What is a video game genre? It's about how a game plays.
Yeah.
And that's a lot weirder. Oh, hey.
Let's see. The Saboteur.
Oh, I've been meaning to play that.
Styx. Hidden and Dangerous 2. World War II Tactics Stealth. Commandos. The Evil Within. I wouldn't call that a stealth. That's a horror. Payday
Right.
2 again. Volume Minimalist Stealth. I don't get that. Thief 2.
Yep.
And Monaco?
Monaco. Yeah, Monaco's cool. Monaco is like a co-op, like heist, top-down, pixelated heist game where you and your buddies pick different classes with different abilities. Monaco is neat. Monaco is a cool game. Get up. Right. Game genre is both. Yeah, that is just a mess. Thunderclap. Monaco just had a sequel come out? Oh, I did not know that. That is kind of neat. I haven't played Monaco in years, but Monaco was super cool.
Good.
It was during that era of Xbox Live Arcade where you had tons of really good, I mean, mixed in with the bad, but tons of really interesting, like, little arcade games that were pretty in-depth, that were really fun. Art style changed, but the gameplay's still good. Fair. As long as the art style's not, like, hideous, then I'm good. Warrior. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a big drop. I don't even know where the fuck I am. Look. Andy, look at the map. Look where it's highlighted. Where am I?
Where am I?
Where the fuck am I? Okay, okay. No. I don't know what this is, but I don't like it. Why are there dinosaurs? Why are there dinosaurs? Why can they breathe laser beams? Or like fucking noxious breath? I don't know. Oh, there are dead ones in here. Why are they dead ones in here? If a horror game never makes you feel in danger from its visuals and audio, then it's a poorly made horror game even if the mechanics are perfect. Correct. Correct. I agree. 100%. Bully Snake, they're the creatures that made these tunnels. Okay, fair. If an action game has shit mechanics and no amount of eye candy will save it on the other end. Correct. Absolutely fucking true. Why am I... These fly perfectly straight. That's so weird. They burrow through rock and cause problems. I can see that. Hey, there we go. But like, all the decision making in making this game so far and playing this is just immersive. And I don't mean immersive in some like weird sense. I mean like this game doesn't take me out of its setting. Like I am engrossed. Everything's interesting and deliberate.
Oh, I'm trying to remember what it's called when a game like de-immerses you.
Yeah, but like
immersion breaking, but there was a maybe that was it. I guess it was it. You know, you're breaking my immersion.
Immersion. Fucking. Where's the bucket? Why is the what do I do with the bucket? What do I do with the bucket? Find the Horn of Quintus. I like that that's my goal, is just look around. Devs of Cultist and took a shot at Oblivion recently about immersion game. How in their game you'll never find a spoon in a lion? Huh, shit. Oblivion was fun though. Oblivion was goofy, but Oblivion was fun. I'm trying to see if I can find it.
What I need to play, because I've been looking forward to it this whole time. I intended to play it, but just never got to play it because I went to the first boss and just stopped playing. Armored Core 7.
6.
6. Why'd I say 7? Was it because of this video I saw that had an Armored Core in it and it said 7 for no reason?
It could be. There is
They're
no
not
Armored
making
Core
another
7.
one, are they?
Not to my knowledge. Though I think it sold pretty well, so they might at some point. I guess they've been trying to get away from
I haven't played it. I can't make an opinion on like, is this like how I actually think Armored Core feels. You know, like it's like
Right.
imagine a game series you played, and then after 10 or 15 years, they come out with a new game, and you play it, and it's like this doesn't feel anything like it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as not being an Armored Core OG, I have no idea. Oh,
I played the shit out of Armored Core. I played the shit out of Armored Core so much. I built an Armored Core that basically had like 2 small machine gun arms and just like 80% more ammo packs on the backpack, and I defeated one of the hardest bosses in there with that.
Hell yeah.
I called it the Gnat because all I did was fly around and shoot at it. It was 2 constant beads of machine gun fire on it the whole time. Hell?
Yeah, okay, the fire arrows do great work on them. Nasty fuckers.
Man, that's one of those old school monster roars.
Oh, it's running. Why is it running? Why are you running? Ah. Why are you running? Card game. What card game? What are you talking about? Yep, I'm not dealing with that. That's where I came in. Keep going this way. See if I can't figure it. Fuck out. So I don't want to have to go through the catacombs again, because I didn't think there was a way out. Yeah, Thunderclap, I unfortunately have been losing many hours to a card game recently. And it's not a new card game. It's a very old card game.
I noticed that you have a certain arena game on your Steam. You daddy boy, naughty boy.
Listen, man, I like how that game plays. I started as a Yu-Gi-Oh player, and I still dabble. But I like the pacing.
I played Magic because my friends got into it. I've never felt smart enough to play it. Like I hate blue decks because it feels like it subverts. I don't think I truly understand what's the purpose of the game. Like
it's
too many of my decks are like lots of creatures and try to get strong creatures to beat the crap out of each other. You know.
So you're green.
I played my favorite deck I had that I built was a red-white deck where red was offensive and white was regenerative or defensive, and I've had red-green decks. But I think one of my best decks was during the I can't remember, but it was like heavy on artifacts, and it had the Brood Star. Brood Star Legacy. And basically it was blue artifact, and it was pretty much relying on a creature getting pumped up and all that, but also had, you know, the usefulness of a blue deck.
Yeah, you're red, white, black. I am unfortunately Andy and Thunderclap. I am a blue man. I am a blue. I like blue and a lot of things. I play blue-black a lot.
God, my cat's been hurting me all day. She jumps on me. She wants pets. She digs her claws at me without realizing. Then she bolts off to the slightest sound. She scares her. She uses her claws to bolt off, and she doesn't realize it. And Oh, if I didn't love you so much, you little shit.
Ain't
Little
that
shit.
it? That's how it goes with almost any animal, you know?
I should hold her down and I can't bring myself to hold her down and clip her nails because she doesn't like it.
Yeah, Thunderclap, I get it. Blue is
Tunes
entirely
with
about...
piped-in music. How classy.
Yeah, the
It's
entire deal with the game is telling other people they can't play the game, and that I hate be having that done to me, and I feel guilty doing it to other people. You know.
I understand that. It's just, and I think it's because I started out as a Yu-Gi-Oh player. I love card draw. Like,
Yeah, I want you. You're gonna have to. I played a card. You're gonna have to pull like 40 cards out of your deck and put it into your graveyard, and
like right now, with the new Final Fantasy set that just came out, Andy, the card power is insane.
I saw that, and once again, I was like, "Square, you whore."
Right. Like, I am playing a modification of a deck I saw CGB, the YouTuber, play. It's a slight modification because I don't have all the cards, but I think there's a few that help it. Where it's a black-red deck with Arden from Final Fantasy 15, the bad guy. And he just revives, and it's just constant revival from graveyard for low cost. Alright, you know what? I think it's time for this.
I think at the height of my red-white deck that I called Judgment's Fury, yeah, emo, was basically when I had Apocalypse and Armageddon in there at the same time. And I was I basically didn't build a deck to win. I built a deck to piss off my friends that are always beating me. It's like, oh, look, we got a weak start to forward again. They're like, God damn it, Andrew. I'm like, yeah, I know how I feel. Doesn't it suck losing all your shit?
It does. But, like, the worst part, though, Andy, is that whenever, I do have one copy of Jumbo Cactar in that deck.
Lol.
And it's just, because when you revive something with Arden, it becomes a 5/5 demon with Menace, Lifelink, and Haste. And so if you get Cactar out and he successfully attacks, it doesn't matter if he doesn't have trample, it doesn't deal damage to the opponent. Because with Lifelink, he just becomes like you get 10,000 health from it.
I almost feel like there's too much stuff to remember. It's like lifelink. What does that do again?
Gain life on damage. Oh, fuck. Ah, fuck, give me the other bone.
Last time I played Magic the Gathering, we were doing Commando or Commander.
Commando. I need to play Commander. I've never played Commander. I've never had the opportunity to play Commander, but I know I would love it. I kind of want to get to doing that at some point.
It's interesting. It adds more personality to your deck.
Yeah, because you have like one guy and you're like, this is the guy.
Yeah.
This is the man.
Yeah, like he has like he's basically supposed to be the caster, I think.
He's the captain of the team. He's a quarterback.
I mean, if I were to do Magic again, I'd probably just go. I don't know. I wouldn't mind trying blue-green. Just blue,
Right.
basically to fuck you up, and green to back me up. I don't know anymore.
Dude, you just figure it out. Have fun doing it.
Of course, I do like the chaos of blue-red. Like,
yeah, blue. Is it colors? Yeah, those are. Right now, one of the best decks in Standard is it deck with VV.
my number one must-have red card is Raging Goblin.
Hey, for any personal reasons?
It is a 1/1 goblin for 1 red mana that has haste. That's it.
Yep.
So turn 1, you could throw them out and attack. And from what I understand, like a 1/1 for 1 mana that has like something else going on for it is very rare.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about how it is nowadays, because like fucking decks are powerful. Like standard is high power, even before this current set, which is super high powered.
I mean, they got so much shit. Like one of my favorite like theme decks that I made that it's not gonna win any trophies. I've done a few, and I got one guy to talk about how he said it was like a snowball. He said it was a snowball build. It's like if you don't stop it, you're not going to. But
Yeah, there's a lot
I
of
called it my
those.
fast worm deck. It relied mostly on four Babel's Portal. Let's see. I think if I remember correctly, Babel's Portal was for 4 colorless mana. It was an artifact. When you play this card, you name a creature type,
Mm-hmm.
and you could, if you pay, I think like five or so mana, you tap Babel's Portal, and you could play a creature of that type out of your hand.
Oh no!
So you know, worms are big creatures, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you know, I mean, it takes a while to build up to put a Babel's Portal out, but throw that bad boy out there, and then, like, you could start hurling out, like, 12, 12, and 15, 15 worms in, like, turn 8.
For nothing.
They have trample and shit.
Ooh,
I mean, not for nothing. You still have to pay, like, 5 mana or so each.
Right.
And you can only do it once per turn, but if you have all 4 Babel Portal out, you can do that 4 times, and actually, one of the things that was wrong with that deck was my hand would go empty real quick, so I had to start finding, I'm trying to remember what it was, but there was a deck that, like, you sacrifice a card in your hand, and you could draw that many cards equal to its mana cost.
Yeah. There's a few of those.
I thought about playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Maybe I should pick it up and we could play every once in a while.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
I just, you know, I don't think I'm going to give you a run for your money.
Dude, I don't. It's all good. I just got a really good friend of mine into it, and I just like having people to play with. It's not a bunch of randos.
It's almost got the Pokemon problem. It's like, how the hell do I expect me to know what all 800 Pokemon do? Now, how the hell you expect me to know how all God knows how many Magic cards do? And yes, I know that there are useless Magic cards as part of the game, but oh my God.
Right, and that all depends on format. Excuse me. Hello,
Yeah,
707.
Especially if they're like banned shit and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, this card could make what I'm gonna make competitive. Oh wait, that card's banned. Well, and you know, I guess I could understand why it would be, but I almost want to be like, how can you make a card that gets banned? Like, where you're not thinking, where you're not play testing?
Right. Well, that's the conundrum, isn't it? Like, were they? And if they were, how did they not?
I'm trying to remember the card game that came out, and I started playing it, and I was good at it for a while. It was like Strike something. It had an anime to it too, because of course.
Oh, Card Fight Vanguard.
Yeah, Card Fight Vanguard.
Yeah.
I was actually pretty good at it for a while, but I think when stuff like that starts getting more complicated, my little tiny peanut brain can't like comprehend the other stuff. Like, I was doing okay with my Kador army for War Machine. Now, granted, I stopped playing. Ow! Thanks, cat. I stopped. She just ran across and like dug her claws right to my chest as she zoomed across.
Cat El Gato.
Hold on a minute. Let me give her a few squirts with the waterfall. There you go, little bitch. There. I love you. Hurts me more than it does you.
But yeah, users always figured out how to break things correct. You should
Oh
always
yeah, that's
always test, but once it gets into user hands, that's when shit starts breaking.
wasn't that a game developer's like complaint like the people who make a game the least fun are the players because they'll like min-max and optimize the game into absurdity.
Well, maybe. Could be. I don't know that.
It was like World of Warcraft. Like, there's no way you're getting to the end guild unless you have like this number of or gear points and HP and I don't care what build you want to be. You better be this specific build.
Right.
That's why they actually had it where you could basically play as two. You could switch between two builds of your class. The build you want to play as and the build you have to get through a dungeon.
Things are getting crazy up in here.
The hell? Is there an invisible enemy in this game?
I'm not sure.
I was gonna say, I thought that's why you're throwing a rock around. You're trying to hit the invisible enemy.
No. I'm just trying to fucking move things around.
That would be all. Wait, if you open that door, would that rock would have fallen on you?
Might have.
I was wondering why you weren't throwing that boulder around. It probably does minimum damage.
Yeah, I don't think the physics actually work in my favor for that. All right. And we are at a good stopping point for tonight.
I was about to ask.
Yeah, like we're getting close.
6:20.
Yeah, we're getting close. We got to the catacombs, so that's pretty cool. This unfortunately has made me want to play this game nonstop for the rest of the time, but I can't. So I have to.
Why not? Oh, you mean like through the day?
Yeah, like I can't because I have to keep it where we're at. But yeah, everybody, thank you for showing up and pardon the technical difficulties at the beginning, but we are gonna be doing Thief, and it is. I love this so much. It's so cool. Thank you all for showing up. Up next should be Confused One in the lineup. And for Storm Song, thank you for being here, Mr. Andy. I am Super Chief of the Black Pants Legion. And we are WBPL 76. And I hope you stay on and keep watching. Thank you so much.
Yeah, guys. And try to find a good stealth game out there. Let us know next week on Super Chief, Super Stream.
Bye-bye.
Bye.